My name is Luke Austin Feast, and I'm gonna save the Commonwealth.
Ah, good morning, sir. Your coffee.
Everything was going normal for me, but then something happened.
Confirmed reports, I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania.
Oh my god.
We need to get to the vault. Now!
We had to run to safety.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you!
You two, follow me. Come on.
Oh my god! We're okay.
I walked inside the vault and did what they all told me to do, and they put me in a cryopod.
Time for a whole new life.
I'm not giving you shot!
After witnessing my wife die, I had to escape. She was dead. I had to run out of the vault. Got some stim packs and coffee cups. Had to kill some rat roaches. In survival, you have to stay hydrated, so it was important that I grab beer bottles and certain things around the area to keep me replenished in the game. And then I got distracted by a game called Red Menace. It was really fun, and I couldn't stop playing. And then I realized, wait, I have to get my son back. So I kept moving on out of the vault. I grabbed the Pip-Boy, picked it up, and put it in, and we escaped the vault. I finally got out of the vault, started collecting things around the area, and then I ran into Codsworth.
Oh, it's really you.
After telling Codsworth what happened, we decided to go look for Sean.
I'm going to get my son back.
He was empathetic, and we decided to look for him together. I know boat flies aren't really that big of a deal, but in survival your health goes down a lot if you get hit, so you have to be careful about how you play the game. And then I went back to Codsworth.
Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck, sir.
The sanctuary was a mess. I knew I had to find ways to defend myself and defend off other people from the sanctuary. I decided to add defenses right in front of the river, and in this open area I wanted to add crops. I also wanted to add shops in this circle roundabout area, and then I would add power at this one house right here so I could power up other things around the sanctuary later. And then I decided I would add homes in these remaining houses over here. I started scraping more stuff for the sanctuary. I started unlocking things and just gathering supplies around the area that I could use. I started also harvesting food for the settlers, and I needed to make a water source so I could easily add water for myself. I wanted to make a storage area so I could put some weapons away. I went to the Red Rocket truck stop and greeted the dog.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself? Okay, then. Let's stick together.
I wanted to make a save, but we had to kill some mole rats. So I managed to kill them all off with Dogmeat, and then there were blood bug hatchlings. And I killed them both. Then there were raiders I had to kill. Worked my way through killing them. And I leveled up.
Hey, up here, on the balcony. I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please!
I went back to this house to make a save at the bed. I put on the Minutemen uniform and declared myself a Minuteman. I decided to help the settlers. I shot my way through the Museum of Freedom. There were these really hard raiders I had to kill. This one guy did end up killing me, so I had to go all the way back from my bed point and do it all over again. Da, 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 da. But I managed to do it and get to the part where I was. And then I ended up killing both of them. Fucking kidding me.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable.
I talked to the trapped settlers and met Preston Garvey. We talked about getting a fusion core to beat the raiders, but I already had one, so I was able to get in the power armor and defeat the raiders. And then the Deathclaw came out. I threw some grenades at it. And then I managed to kill it. Killed the rest of the raiders, and we cleared the way for Concord. I got out of my power armor and talked to Preston.
A pretty amazing display.
We talked about setting up in Sanctuary because it was important for us to find a place to settle. And then Mama Murphy talked about my son.
Your son's energy. He's alive.
And then I got information about Diamond City.
What's in Diamond City? Is Sean there?
It was time for us to start heading to Sanctuary. So we worked our way through Concord, walking to the Sanctuary. I set all my stuff in this ammo box so I would be able to actually move. And I reunited with Codsworth.
Welcome back, sir.
And then I reunited with Codsworth and talked to him about everything, and we decided to travel together.
Not to worry there, pup. Your martyr is in good hands.
And then I talked to Preston.
I think we could settle down here. Make it a place to call home.
I told Preston about my backstory, about how the Sanctuary used to be my home, and about how I was frozen and my son got kidnapped.
Damn.
We needed to decide to work towards making the settlement safer, so I started scraping a lot of things. Added some beds. I started scraping trees. I added crops too. I harvested more crops from the crops we had. I also added a dock area, and I extended it and added water purifiers on both sides. Put my water pump closer to the water purifier. I got the gun nut perk and added a nice defense system on top of the roof. I also had to add some power, so I added a power station and added some power lines connecting from that giant power generator all the way down to the water purifier. That way I can manually stretch out where the power can go, and that will be the main power area. I also added some defense on the other side of the Sanctuary. And then discussed to Sturgis about what I did and how we can make Sanctuary better.
I was glad to help.
Well, I appreciate it. Of course, you know you're welcome anytime.
I started scraping stuff in Red Rocket Truck Stop, the settlement right in front of the Sanctuary. I added a water source, and then I went back to the Sanctuary and added a machine gun turret. It was time for me to start going to Tenpines Bluff to help them with their raider problem, so we could get another settlement on our side. We talked about how they had raider problems, and they wanted me to go kill the raiders. That way I could get them as a settlement, and they could join the Minutemen.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders for you.
Thanks, friend.
We had to work our way through ghouls to get to the raiders. But I did manage to unlock a lockpick that had a bed in it, so I'd be able to sleep and save my game. I tried to get through these raiders that were guarding it with like turret, but I ended up dying. I threw a cocktail thingy at the turret and the raider, and that worked pretty well. Kept shooting the raiders. I needed to get back because I was losing health. I managed to kill a lot of what they were guarding, so I'd be able to get into the Cordova assembly plant easier. And then I made a save. I went back and actually killed this raider pretty easy. And then I found a camera. And the camera came in important because with that it has crystal, and with crystal I can make a recruitment beacon. I wanted to dismiss Codsworth because I wanted to get Trudy on my side. Codsworth doesn't really like it if I help Trudy.
Ain't our fault if he's strung out. Now don't you crossed the wrong man.
So I decided to attack these people trying to hurt Trudy, but they ended up killing me.
Boy,
He bought them.
I'll kill all you chem pushers.
And then I tried again and managed to kill him.
If you ever need to trade, my shop's open.
Now with Trudy on my side, I was able to buy another camera and set up a recruitment beacon and the Red Rocket truck stop, added some defense and a power source, and powered up the recruitment beacon. And now I can get people to join the Minutemen at Red Rocket truck stop. Added some beds, a little bit of crops, but I needed more. I also added a recruitment beacon at the Sanctuary, and then I reunited with Codsworth.
Codsworth.
Shall I accompany you, sir?
I added a workshop at Concord. You usually can't build a workshop at Concord, but I added a mod where you can. It's called Conquest, and it was a pretty cool mod. I went back to the Cordova assembly plant to help the raider problems, but I kept dying. And then they managed to kill me again. And I went back to try to kill the raiders. And then I realized I didn't have that much ammo on me. And I died. So I went back to Trudy to buy more ammo.
I can rest easy knowing that Wolfgang is rotten in hell.
And then I went back to the area but then I died again. After I died and died and died, I realized there was a bed right there. I got sick of dying and I went right in front of them to get better range at killing them. And I did actually manage to kill them all off after a while. And then I killed enough of them so I could sleep without getting attacked. And I made a save. I kept going through the Cordova assembly plant. And then I found a terminal that I was able to hack.
I'm through.
It opened up a robot. And the robot helped me kill the main raider that was the one I was supposed to kill. I kind of snuck up at it. But the robot helped too, and I managed to kill the raider. But then the robot started shooting at me, so I got to get the hell out of there.
Time's up.
So looks that way.
And we booked it and made it back to Tenpines Bluff to let them know.
We decided if you came through for us, we'd join up with the Minutemen again.
And then I told Preston about what I did at Sanctuary.
You know that settlement you sent me to help? They've decided to join the Minutemen.
Preston opened up about a problem he had. He was part of a group called the Minutemen, but they were tracked off by these people called the Gunners in an area called Quincy.
What was the Quincy massacre?
I thought everyone in the Commonwealth knew about that by now.
Quincy is right around over here at the bottom of the map. They managed to get out of there, and now we're rebuilding the Minutemen from the top of the map, slowly but surely.